Hello and welcome to MGP347. I'm Kevin. With me, as ever, there's Sheepdog, Anna and Pab. Say hello, boys and girls.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, it's good to have me back, I'm sure. Tell me how good it is to have me back.
That's right.
He's loving it. Listen to him. Doesn't have to psych himself up this week. Come on, Sheepdog.
Did take a few
you
attempts.
Can do it. You can do it, big guy. Come on. You've got it in you. Come on, Sheepdog.
Oh, so
Come on.
mean.
Do you want me to record some Sheepdog motivational messages for when I'm not on next time? Come on, Sheepdog. You can do it. I believe in you, Sheepdog. Pab, clip all these out. I know you can do it, Sheepdog. You can open a sentence. It's not that challenging.
I'm slightly concerned because I've never listened back to the start where Pab actually put in my
Oh,
motivation.
he put it in. Oh, he put it in. I
Um,
can't believe you've not been inundated with tweets all week going, you can do it, Sheepdog. You've got it.
Really, by now, we should have just recorded you saying it,
We do that every week, you buffoon.
but we could have had you say 1, 2, 3.
I've said
Up
all
to-
of the numbers at this point. Pab, it's really on Pab to edit that together. I've said every number.
Yeah,
It's a good point. Could do that. Sounds like a lot of work.
not really, Pab. It's a soundboard.
The question then would be to see if people would notice I wasn't on. If I introduce the show, ask you all how you are, and then you don't hear from me again until I go, and you can follow us on Twitter at the very end and see if anyone notices I'm not actually there.
I'd
like
we
that.
have you just say something rude and mention Football Manager and stuff like that.
That would be the giveaway, because I don't mention Football Manager because I'm not allowed to.
What do you mean you're not allowed to?
It's on the forbid. I can't mention Football Manager every week. That would be really boring. If people want to know about Football Manager, they can come and do it at the place where it earns me money. I'm not telling them about Football Manager for free. What do you think this is? freefootballmanagerinfo.net? Goodness me. That
You're
site should
advertising
exist.
your side hustle now.
Yeah. Well, I could do anything for free. I'm not a monster. By the way, I think we're allowed to start talking about Pokemon again on the podcast. Because they
Why is that?
gave me a really cool goodie bag at Summer in the City, hashtag sponsored, hashtag ad. So I think Pokemon is a great company that I'd like to talk about a lot.
What was in the bag?
I got an absolute ton of Pokemon Go cards, cuddly thing. It's a
has a
really
Pokemon
nice
Go
bag.
card.
Not Pokemon Go cards, Pokemon trading card things. I haven't taken them out of the box yet. I've got to figure that out. But I got 2 starter sets of them, loads of little packs of cards, I guess. Cuddly. What was the Pokemon we got as a plushie, Anna?
It's green.
Oh,
Yeah, it's.
okay.
I
Begins
think
with a
it's.
C.
It's
Oh,
the one.
greenie.
It's the ones we were catching at EGX. I think it was one of them. Maybe. I don't know.
Yes,
They
it looks
basically
like
they
that.
came up to me and said, "Kev, we've heard you like Pokemon, and we're trying to branch out to non-specialist Pokemon influencers." And once I finished cringing at the use of the word influencer, they offered me 3 bags. And the only difference was the cuddly Pokemon that was in there. One of them was a Pikachu, and I knew for cool points I couldn't pick that one. You can't. Your first time chatting to Pokemon, you can't take the Pikachu bag because
If
then
you'd
they know
taken that,
you're a
they'd
total
probably walked
noob.
away.
Yeah, exactly. So I knew it was a test. So I just took the most obscure one, and I can't remember what he is. But it's a very swish bag. So Pokemon Go is back on the agenda, everyone. We're allowed to talk about it again. We're not going to talk about Harry Potter Wizards Unite. That is still banned because I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist anymore.
Evan doesn't like
I haven't
it.
checked, but I don't think it exists anymore.
I went to
Yeah, no,
install it
it's
the
over
other
by
day and
it.
got told off.
You went
My
where,
wife still
sorry?
plays it.
I've had my new phone 2 weeks and haven't downloaded it and haven't missed having it installed. So that is dead to me. I'm just waiting for Minecraft Earth now. More about Minecraft Earth. Minecraft Earth's going to topple Pokemon, Sheepdog. It's the bit. Do we have to have this conversation again?
They're bringing out a new story on Tuesday, I think it is. They're doing a countdown, and because they release it American time, it's vague whether their countdown is for sort of Tuesday night here or Monday night here or what. But next week, another quest. Should be good.
I still haven't finished the Meltan one because none of this. Because I didn't do it at the time, it's now impossible. I'm stuck on a bit that there's just no way of me doing. I can't even remember what the task is now. Hold on, what have I got to do that is absolutely impossible? I've got to catch 5 executes, which they don't exist anymore, anywhere ever.
one appeared at my house like 20 minutes ago.
And I've got to evolve a Magnemite, which I also haven't been able to do. I've just been sat there for a month, not able to do either of those things. It's very upsetting.
Both of those things, you need a green lure and a magnet lure, whatever they're called, I forget. You can buy them in the shop.
Special lures now.
Yeah, the mossy lure and
incubators.
the magnetic lure. Just stick one of them each on at a lure place.
We call them Pokestops, Sheepdog. Do you need me to explain the terminology to you?
You're the
Have you played this
influencer.
game? I am. That's why I'm telling you. I'm telling you how it works. They're called Pokestops. You spin them. You can do it every 5 minutes.
Yeah, but if you sit somewhere where there's 2 of them and put one on each, you'll probably find that you'll be inundated with them.
Where was this advice when I was sat in a hotel surrounded by Pokestops for most of the
You
last
didn't tell me
week?
you were stuck. You know that by now, if you just say to me, how do I do this? I'll show you the quickest way. I mean, I could give you a Magnemite if I've got more than
I
one.
assumed there wasn't a solution and it was just, I should have done it at the time, they'll come back around deal. So I didn't want to go crying to Sheepdog. Pokemon's being mean to me again, Sheepdog. What do I do? Help me. Because the last time I asked you for help, you stole a lucky Pidgey off of me.
That was glorious. I like that Pidgey. Yeah, we should do that more often, actually. You and one of the guys in my group, whenever I trade you for you, I get a lucky Pokemon. So, yeah, let's keep that up. A little army of luckies.
That Pidgey was my oldest friend. I'd had that 3 years.
You got
Why
that.
did you give him?
It doesn't say when you got that, actually. You caught it in Boston in 2018, you liar.
Whatever.
30th of August 2018 in
I
Boston.
remember catching a Pidgey early on. Perhaps
you
it wasn't
probably
that
did.
one.
It's a Pidgeot now, and it's not been out of its shell since I got it, I think, to be honest. God, that was my 6th lucky. I've got loads since, and that's so old now. Bless it.
You're a monster. So how's everybody's week been anyway? Struggling through the podcast without me last week. Struggle. I don't know what happened after the music hit. Pab just told me to listen to the bit where you were being a whiny little girl.
I was doing it on purpose, you know. I was messing around. I was trying to get Anna to do it.
No.
And then she refused and said if I tried to get her to do it again, she'll just vomit. So then
I will vomit.
Vomit at him
jokingly
asking
psyched
you to
myself
do it.
up.
I would just vomit. I can't be put on the spot like that. It's as bad as giving presentations at uni. I have weeks to prepare myself for that because I just can't.
So if we
Yeah, but
tell
you're
you
doing through
in
childbirth,
4 weeks'
you could do
time,
this.
if we tell you in 4 weeks' time you're hosting the podcast, you'll be all right.
No, because I don't want to do it.
Okay.
I would mess up and then you lot would be listening and now I feel sick.
This is how it went. So then I jokingly said, you know, we all get scared and like psyched myself up. Don't pretend you don't do it before every single thing you do. I've seen you.
Kevin?
Yeah.
He does. He gets nervous and I have to tell him he's fine. I just got to do it. He's
How
a
dare
funny
you.
boy. You
Not
The reason all
can't
my
actually
do
videos
it.
start with me bellowing hello is because I've breathed in and out about 50 times, and every time I go to speak I start laughing and smiling, and then I just kind of go with the one that just managed to get that flow going.
No, I don't need to do it anymore. Well, not as much, but there has been times I'm like, Kevin, it's fine. Go on,
What was
do
it? It was the worst one was that first panel at EGX last year. I think that's the first time I'd ever done a panel anywhere in front of strangers. I was filling my underpants that day.
No, and the football one.
Yeah, that was the first one.
No, when you had to go and do that
Oh,
thing
the
at
one in
football
Nottingham.
Ground. No, the football ground. Here, at Peterborough.
Oh, that as well.
You're like, I'm not going to go.
Peterborough United Football Club running through the different
They weren't
corner
hard
flag.
bits. It was all the Wolves players I couldn't pronounce.
Just call them Wolfie Magoo, Wolfie McWolfface, Howley Magoo.
I think that's what I did. I wonder why I didn't get that job.
I annoyingly can't seem to record videos or podcasts wearing glasses anymore. Just to take my glasses off because they're steaming up, and I don't understand why talking on a device ruins me. I spent all day talking to people. If I wasn't doing the show, I'd be chatting to my wife while I watched telly, and I wouldn't be steaming up.
I don't think I can talk to you if you're not wearing glasses. I find that very uncomfortable.
Well, I'm not wearing them right now.
It's because you're not embarrassed, but you're like, the adrenaline is going because you're doing a video. I get that. It's weird.
What's making his glasses steam up, though?
It just the fact that you're really hot and anxious.
I think
get it all the
smiling
time.
and my cheeks are pushing against my glasses and heating up. I think that's what it is. I need to be recording. I need to go be like BBC News and be like, Sheepdog Glass, BBC News. Because that will be all
If you ever get on BBC News, I think you should refer to yourself as that. This is Sheepdog Bass reporting from my own house because I don't go out much.
I am like a loser texting the
Sheepdog. It's not necessary. You don't need to add like a loser. We know you were doing it like a loser,
right.
whatever you were doing.
So I was sat in my car, sorting out I always get in my car, sort out my Pokemon stuff and the radio and everything like that. And then they were talking about something, and I text in. And then I was driving along, and about 5 minutes later, I'm like, "Oh, Sheepdog's had a good idea," and he just read out what I'd said. And I sat there for the first 3 seconds of them saying it. I was like, "Somebody else called Sheepdog," like texting it. That's unusual. And then realised that was me. I'd literally just done it. And they commented on what an awesome nickname it was, and had a very brief kind of comment on how great it was.
Presumptuous for them to assume it's a nickname.
Well, actually, they said name. They just said, "What an awesome name." I paraphrased the nickname. But, yeah, I was quite pleased with that. I'm worried about my memory, that I genuinely thought it was another person called Sheepdog, despite being there when I sent the text.
Splendid. Has everyone else had an excellent week?
Yes.
Can't complain.
Phew,
Yes.
you're always complaining.
I got stung by a wasp.
Did you?
I told you about that. You were there. The venom from that sting affected me for over 24 hours.
Wow.
I didn't think it was that, but then I felt really rough, and I suddenly thought, I wonder if it was that wasp sting.
When
I
have you
Googled
been
it,
stung
and
by a
sometimes
wasp?
it
And
can
when have I
affect you.
seen you recently?
The
I
other
don't
day.
understand.
We
Well,
went
we were
out
raiding.
with him, Kevin.
What? And you were stung? Why did no one tell me you were stung by a wasp?
He did.
Yeah,
In his car.
I was driving along, I felt something on my leg, and then it really stung. I was telling Alan, my first thought was that I'd been shot, because it hurt so much. And I was just like, how have I been shot? And then I thought, ow, that must have been a wasp. And then I couldn't find it anywhere. I found it like a couple of days later in the footwell, just dead.
Sticking out your leg.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the bloody stinger was sticking out my leg. But
Ooh.
I felt so rough yesterday, it was ridiculous. I felt really ill. And then I was just looking at it. I suddenly thought this morning, I wonder if it was related, and it said symptoms, and they all matched. And I was like, wow, that's shocking. Didn't know you could get allergic reactions to wasp stings. But
Did you
there
know?
you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
I mean, I've
been
seen
bit.
My Girl, so I knew that stingers could kill you, but that was like an army of bees, not one wasp.
Wow.
That haunts me, that film.
Do you know
No
that?
idea
I
what
love
you're
that
talking
film.
about. Never seen it.
How can you love that
Wow.
film? Macaulay Culkin gets annihilated by an army of bees.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah, but it's just,
Thanks,
I like the
Sheepdog.
film.
I literally just told you I hadn't seen it, and now you've ruined it for me.
Oh no, that's one of the plot points that makes the film the film.
Yeah, in the last 10 minutes.
Why is he playing a girl?
Is it really that late in the film that he gets killed?
He's killed! Absolutely ruined.
How is there a My Girl
I've rented
2?
that video.
Because
Yes, there
It's
is,
the
but-
same. It's the same girl in it.
Perhaps it's zombie Macaulay Culkin.
She's not his girl anymore. She's someone else's girl. Is that it?
Don't know,
Perhaps
I've
she's
never
now our
watched
own
them, so-
girl. Perhaps it's
It
a
wasn't his.
feminist piece.
Maybe. I mean, is it about her overcoming her fear of bees, falling in love with a beekeeper?
Perhaps it's set in her
Maybe.
lair where she reunites with the team of bees that killed the man who was trying to control her and ruin her life. I'm assuming that was the plot of the movie. This man's controlling me, I'm going to set my bees on him.
I don't know. I don't really know why I was taken to the cinema to see that at such a young age, but yeah.
Probably
I definitely
to
was worried
get
when I
you
realised
out
it
from
wasn't
under
wasp
everyone's
that
feet.
stung me. My thoughts went straight to Macaulay Culkin.
You've that happens to you in a lot of situations, though. You do think of him in some unusual ways.
When my family go to Florida without me, and I end up in New York, yeah, that was. To be fair, that wasn't all I thought about on our flight to Florida. If I take one wrong turn, yeah, I do. He's a cautionary tale, isn't he? Everything about him.
Yeah. Should we talk about some video games?
Sure.
Yeah.
If you want.
What have we all been playing, boys and girls?
I started Spiderman again.
Oh, you started it again?
How far through it are you the second time?
I am at the same point of where I stopped playing, and now I know why. Because it just gets hard and it's annoying. Like,
What point?
So you get past where something massive happens. So I don't want to spoil it. And then
Gets attacked by bees.
and then like the whole thing is the whole New York is the island is shut down, and everyone just wants to shoot you or hurt you in some way. And everywhere, because normally you walk in through and you can go hi guys and just do your Spider-Man thing, and now you can't even walk through the streets because everything wants to kill you. And it's just like
You don't need to walk through the street, so surely.
But I like to give people high fives.
Swing. Well, you'll get that back. Don't worry.
I think you're playing the wrong game, Anna. I don't want to swing around on my web. I want to walk everywhere.
Maybe if you beat the villains, they'll let you walk through the city again.
Even when I'm swinging around, I've got rockets after me. And snipers trying to snipe me, and it's just annoying. But I'm going to try, because apparently I was 73% through the game.
Wow, and you started again and got back to there. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I must be about 12% through this. I think I'm moving my PlayStation downstairs again.
Yeah, I did that in I don't know, that's what I've been doing this week. And then... So yeah, I'm just trying, because it is a good game.
Oh yeah.
And it is fun to play. It's just I just want it to be nice and easy, because
Have you turned it right down on difficulty?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm not having. It's just like there's so many buttons to think of, and you just like stop. But just I'm trying. And then I played a bit more of Assassin's Creed, but I'm just a bit. There's nothing out, and I'm a bit bored.
When you try and high five in that, someone tries to knife you.
But yeah, not a lot. Not really.
You know what you should do, Anna?
What?
You should join the rest of the gaming world and accept that there's nothing out and play Minecraft.
No.
Like everyone else in the world is. It's 2015 again. Minecraft's cool. Minecraft.
Oh, I did install the not Minecraft, Norman's Sky update.
No Man's Sky, yeah.
Started it again and hated it because I restarted it 3 times, because every time I started the game it would put me on a planet that was just hostile in every way, and it's just like your health protection is going, and I'm like, okay, but you're not telling me how to fix it. And then I fix it, and then within like a couple of minutes your health protection is low, and you're just like, I just want to go around, I want to dig up some things, I don't want this thing telling me every 5 minutes that it's getting low. So I turned it off and deleted it. I haven't got time for that nonsense.
Turned it off and deleted it. Wow.
Yeah, I just wanted to be on a planet that wasn't going to be really hostile, so I could get my bearings. But no, it wanted to be annoying, so I turned it off.
Does it randomise the planet, or are they all hostile like that?
I don't know, because in other times I've played it, it hasn't been like that. So, but I restarted it 3 times, and
It's not
it
a
just
tutorial, is it?
No, I don't think so. But
I don't know, if it was, you think it would tell you what to do,
yeah,
and how to get out of it.
I was just I stayed on a planet that was hostile. I got my thing moving, my aircraft, went to a different planet, and that was hostile. So I just went, you know what, I'm just going to turn this off. I just don't have the patience, because it was trying to tell me to find copper, and I scanned and scanned and scanned and couldn't find copper. So I was just like, you know what?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I just don't need it. So I turned it off, and now I'm back to Spiderman. I'm trying to finish this, and then hopefully...
Minecraft.
I'm not playing Minecraft. Minecraft is ruined because all I had to build when we played it together was Tesco's over and over and over again. I'm sick of Minecraft.
I'll let you not
is
build
no
Tesco.
Go for me.
I looked at No Man's Sky, as I said last week, and considered getting it for Bosco, but your problems with it are what I kind of gathered he'd have with it, but more because he's not as used to gaming.
But there is creative mode where you don't have to do all that that shenanigans. I just went on the normal thing, but there's like permadeath or something else, and then there's creative where you don't have to do any of the searching. Everything is there for you. You can just be on a planet.
I did see actually someone had made a massive city, but they reckoned it weren't going to be in the new update at first. They were worried, but the guys who made it said it would be. I'd seen that on Twitter when I was searching through it. I'm in an R in. I might just wait and see whether his birthday looks a bit light, and if it does, stick that on his list and go, oh yeah, get him that. And then I'll just play it by proxy.
Yeah.
We completed Telltale Games Guardians of the Galaxy story in the week. And I know I already covered it, so I'm not going to go nuts, but it's an absolutely fantastic story. So bloody good. So bloody satisfying. I was thinking about it afterwards. Because they've shut down and their site doesn't exist, and you can't compare with other players worldwide. So that was a bit disappointing to see. There's lots of times when they'd all have an argument, and it'd be like, who are you going to side with? You're going to side with Rocket, Drax, or Gamora? And I wanted to know whether everyone had always sided where we did, and that kind of thing, But you miss that kind of. Without that, it's not as fun just making the decision and then never finding out whether you were kind of in the majority. But what I did afterwards was the game implied, or made me feel like, because we'd chosen to go one way or do one thing or be nicer to someone and that kind of thing, that had had an impact on the end of the game and the general story. Kind of, you've played these games before, it always gives that kind of feeling. And I thought, at least in, say, The Walking Dead, it seemed to have had an impact. But I was looking at the story for this, and it has absolutely no impact beyond... There's one point where you pick whether you go with Rocket or Gamora, and depending on who you go with, it just tells you a bit about their past, that you just get one way or the other sort of thing. But a lot of the story is already about their past, so there's not that much extra. It's a very small snippet about their past, their growing up or whatever. And I felt a bit I don't know, like disappointed a little bit that there's no replay to it, really. Not that I was ever going to. I was just going to look them up and see what the alternatives would have been like. But there was someone out there who said they'd replayed it like 3 times trying to see what they'd missed, and they hadn't, other than a couple of scenes, they'd missed nothing. And I thought, God, that'd really wind you up if you went back and you chose Drax instead of Rocket or whatever. I feel like they missed an opportunity with this. I know that that was their problem, wasn't it? They kind of stretched very thinly, had a lot of other issues there. But it feels like if they'd maybe put more alternative stuff to this, it would have been that extra layer. I kind of wish that I always get their name mixed up with another. I always mix up the people who make Detroit with the people who make Little Big Planet, and
Quantic Dream and Media Molecule.
I don't know why. I always mix up their names, and I was probably because I played them both on PS4 or something like that. But whichever, Quantic Dream, isn't it?
Yeah.
Imagine them getting the IP to do a Marvel story or something like that. It would be insane. It would break the world if they did that. And that's all I've been thinking about since, because they would have the balls to kind of make it go 100 different ways, and it'd probably take them 10 years to make, which is obviously the difference. These are being churned out, quite prolifically, weren't they? But as a story, I went and found the people who wrote it, and I followed them online because I thought I want to know what else they write. I spent some time doing that because I just thought they were outstanding. They really captured the characters. They really did a good job. They covered they covered their own canon for how the Guardians had met and all stuff like that. So it's not even trying to follow the comics or trying to follow the films or anything like that. It's just their own Guardians, and you could tell the intention was for them to do like an episode 2, a series season 2, and a series season 3, and so forth. I'm hoping the fact that Netflix bought the Minecraft one, that they'll start trying to find a way to make more of them, because I'm assuming they bought the rights to that game and then they can do what they want with the characters or whatever. So if they've done that with that one, hopefully Disney would have to do it with the Marvel one, I guess, but hopefully that becomes a fad that they just do them all, because that'd be amazing. And I want to know what happens in the next season of this now, because it seems like there would have been another season. You had the kind of usual sort of after credits Marvel scenes. I think they were after credits. They might have been before the credits, but they were still like Marvel scenes. But yeah, that was absolutely cracking. And if you haven't played it, Kev especially, I think would really enjoy it, because he likes Marvel, he likes the Guardians, and he likes Telltale. So it seems like the obvious combination.
These are all astute observations.
Problem is, though, is that they're not for sale anymore because Telltale went bust.
But if I was to pass him the disc, he could use it. And
I believe I already have it.
I was going to suggest that as my first gambit, but I just thought I'd slip straight to I have the disc over there, I can pass it to you. I imagine it's probably available somewhere online at some sort of company or other, but especially second hand.
Yeah, I don't think it's available digitally. I mean, you probably get it physical, but
yeah.
But I mean, already owned it on Steam, would I still be able to download it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I had to download episodes 2, 3, 4, and 5 anyway, and they still downloaded. Because it's only episode 1's on the disc, I think.
Yeah, I don't think you can physically. I just don't think you can physically buy it anymore because there's nowhere for the money to go because the company is no longer there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, apparently these servers were still live for quite some time. They just malfunctioned, and there's no one there to fix it, which is a real shame again. Because it would have been just nice to know that we could have gone and played them at any point, and they'd still been running. But I think it just hit a bug or something and collapsed. I like to imagine the office is just abandoned, and there was some server just on whirring away, and I don't know, some cleaners just come in and go, "Oh, I better turn this off," and just.
Some rat trod on the wrong button and Ant-Man appeared.
Just
and turned the server off.
And it went back to being
small.
Yeah,
exactly. Put everything back out it's supposed to be.
We're in that universe.
Yeah, exactly. So, Minecraft, everybody.
Minecraft?
What have you been building in that then?
All sorts of things.
Your
it's a lovely game.
videos, finding diamond for the first time.
I did find diamond for the first time. And
in that one save?
No, I'd never found diamond before.
Nonsense.
I'd never played survival mode before. I'd only ever played it creative. Apart from that time the three of us did it. And that was a disaster. We certainly didn't find diamond in that save.
It wasn't that much of a disaster.
Well, it was a bit of a disaster. I
loved that. That was such a good night. I remember just laughing my head off.
Well, perhaps the two of you should come and guest on one of my clickbaity videos. Yeah. You could come and play with me. I think I could probably still access that realm. I probably just have to pay the bill. And they'll probably let us back in and we could just go in Pab's underground bar again.
I do remember Pab not being a man who liked doors. He just liked to brick up a wall and then smash through it and brick it back up again.
It's a weird way to live. It's not.
It's quicker than opening a door.
Try living that way for a day in real life.
Quicker than building a door and having to put it down.
I don't know, Pabby. It's a surefire way to have the air run out in your house.
Now put some air.
the thing I'm enjoying most about Minecraft is because it has taken over the internet again. The kids are into it, so we're playing survive. When Minecraft was big last time, they were too young to be able to handle survival mode, so we only ever played on creative mode, which, as Anna has already alluded to, does get a bit dull after a while, because once you've built something for the 10th time, what else is there to do? It's just a Lego set without any instructions, and my creativity only extends so far. But now they're a bit older, they can handle survival mode, so we've got our little survival server set up, and we just all kind of duck into it every now and again, and it is so much fun just seeing what they're getting up to doing and doing stuff in the game that I've never done before, like having to worry about getting killed, like having to worry about getting my diamonds and making my armour, and I built a nether portal for the first time. I've never done that. I'd never been to the nether before.
Really?
Ever.
Wow.
Really? I mean, we did it in creative mode and went and killed a dragon in creative mode.
That's the end.
That's quite funny because my kids were just mind blown. They didn't know that existed, which I did, but I didn't know you could do it in creative mode. So I built a portal, jumped through, called them in, went, there's a dragon there, and then we just kept shooting it with arrows and that. I can't remember. There was one way you can kill it and one way you can't kill it. I can't remember if we shot it with arrows or whether we hit it with a sword. Whatever we did, we eventually did it. And I thought, God, it'd be so hard to do that in normal survivor mode, because you'd have to get all the pieces to be able to build the portal and then go through and then have all of the resources, wouldn't you? And you got to climb up those.
Exactly. All of a sudden, playing it in survival mode, it becomes a game.
And plus, they've extended that whole Neverworld type thing to have loads of castles and stuff, haven't they?
Never fortresses. Yeah.
With loads of swag and stuff in there. So yeah, it's quite mad. I don't really understand how you get across half of it, because again, when we were in creative mode, you had to fly to a lot of places, and obviously in survival you can't just press up.
Take a load of cobblestone with you and build some bridges, I imagine.
No,
is that literally it, Pab? Is how you have to do?
You can do that, or you can mine your way around things. You can mine your way.
But
around
if you're in a castle in the sky that's just there. And
it's never just hovering. There's never something just hovering. From what I can remember.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not going to lie.
You could mine your way down and out that way.
Yeah. It just seemed like there was lava everywhere.
I say you could build bridges, but then you got to hope a gas doesn't come along and blow it up.
Yeah.
Look at Pab again, dropping his Minecraft knowledge. Knows more about it than everybody.
I do.
Never mentions it. Must spend hours playing it. He's an expert.
If you want me, I've got a consultancy fee.
Interesting. I'll pay you in exposure.
Okay, great. Sounds like fun.
Yeah. That's the best currency on the internet. Exposure.
Indeed, it is.
Just ask artists; they love it, and they never moan about it on Twitter.
Yeah, but that's because you keep exposing yourself to them because you've misunderstood what it means.
I don't see how else you can interpret it, really. But yes, Minecraft, it's a good game. Can't believe that it's been so under the radar for so long and no one knew about it.
Let the listeners know where they can get it, Kev.
I've discovered this game called Minecraft. It's fun. There's stuff you can watch on YouTube about it too. Who knew? I
can't see what... Because it is still so popular on the laptop, on the computer and everything. I'm excited to see what they do with the app, because it just seems like if they just make it plod around collecting stones and then try and build something out of the small variety of stones you've managed to find, it just seems like it's going to be a bit limited unless you go nuts. And even if you go nuts, you're still not going to be able to build an epic castle or a theme park or whatever, are you? So I don't know. I am intrigued because it seems like they would have reached the same conclusion pretty quickly. So they must have a much bigger thing up their sleeve. And if it's going to be as epic and free as the actual Minecraft is, then
you need to get yourself down to London, where the beta's currently available.
What do I do? Just get the app, and then when I'm down there, it works.
Pretty much.
Have you played it then?
I haven't. I didn't find out about this until the day I got back from London. Someone said, "Oh, by the way, if you're in London, you can play it."
I told you.
Was it?
That's why I did an impression of you, Anna. Did you not understand that?
Someone told me on Twitter as well, because they said, "Oh, I've been playing it all weekend. Did you not try it while you were down here?" No. Didn't know I could. Nobody mentioned it to me. But
why couldn't that have been in Birmingham or Wakefield, places I'm going to in the next week?
I don't understand why there wasn't like a poster hanging from the M25 overpass as you go under there saying, by the way, we've got Minecraft Earth going on this weekend. If you're on your way in, get the app downloaded sharpish.
Does seem weird, doesn't it? But these, again, like you said with the Harry Potter one, the marketing is a bit weird with them all. I think people are a bit...
And remember, I was there for a YouTube convention. Of all the places where you might want to mention they can play this new Minecraft game, maybe the place where all the YouTubers are hanging out for the weekend. Get a few of them playing it and talking about it.
Maybe the big YouTubers are already on it and they've just siphoned off the ads. Maybe they took the posters down just so that you weren't ragging on their content.
Does seem like the kind of thing they do, these pesky YouTubers.
That's what I'd do, I think. If I was at the top of the game, I'd be just stomping everyone else out below me. I'm only joking in case anyone's listening to that.
So yeah, Minecraft, good game. Play it.
I shall.
That's it. That's all I've played this week. Minecraft and Football Manager. And I would suggest you can just insert that clip. Yeah, and Pokemon Go. You can insert that clip into the next 10 podcasts, whether I'm on them or not. All I've played in the last week is Football Manager, Minecraft, and Pokemon Go. There you go. And GeoGuessr.
I was seething yesterday, and I couldn't vent it anywhere because it wasn't anyone's fault really, except my own. But last week, we as a family just suddenly started playing the story mode on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I'd got quite deep into it, and then I'd started Ollie's own game, and every day when I picked him up, he was like, "Yeah, I'm doing really well in my game. I'm about halfway through. I'm doing really well. I'm at the boss. I'm going to complete it tomorrow." And I was really impressed, like how he was just chat. Just it seemed like a really, he switched on with it all. He knew exactly what he was doing. I pick him up, and it's like, I did the boss. There's some after game stuff. I'm doing that now. I'm quite far. And so I went on there, thought, I'm not that far off you myself. I look in there, and he saved his game across all 3 save files that it offered you, and one of them was obviously mine. And I didn't think part of this was wasp sting. I think that I was just
you
feeling
stung
really
him with
messed
a wasp.
Up. No. I think I was still messed up because I was properly feeling rough yesterday from that. And then just to see that my save, where I'd put nearly it must have been 8-9 hours of gaming, I was just like, I'm so annoyed, but I can't have a go at him because he's showing me how awesome he's done on his game, and how he genuinely had just gone through the whole game. He hadn't had any help or anything. It's his first proper. I've just completed a game on my own. No,
there you go. If he'd done it better than you, why do you need your save anymore?
Well, so my reaction was, I'm really sorry, Daddy. And I'm like, it's all right, don't worry, you didn't know. I'm thinking I could cry. I was again wasp sting. So luckily I had my own login. Obviously, I had my own account. It's my fault for doing a save on his login because I've left myself open to shenanigans there. So I went back to my one that was like a 10th of the way through the game, and I spent like the whole of last night playing it to try and catch up. But he kept coming down and going, "Oh yeah, I found that a bit hard. Do you want me to tell you how to do it?" And I'm like, "No, I'll do it myself." He's like, "Do you want me to tell you what character you need to unlock that?" And like, "Go back to bed." And he was like, "There's another button you need." I'm like, "I don't want to know." And he just keeps popping his head in to tell me what I need to do. And I found this, and what do you want to know how you do the M? And I'm like, "No." And because of, he just needs to get it off his chest. So I'm trying to get him to go and tell Claire what he wants to say because he needs to get it out. But yesterday I was just like, "No, you can't go to bed," and he really needed to speak. And Claire's like, "You need to let him say something." And I'm like, "But he's going to ruin the game." So we were just stuck in this this circle of nonsense. So I just said, "I'm not playing it anymore," and turned it off. But obviously I will carry on playing it. So he didn't tell me anything then because diverted him. But that is really bloody fun. I know I kind of covered it at the start when it came out, but the multiplayer on that is the bread and butter, really. But the story mode is brilliant, and it's very good how they've come up with like so many different ways to make the battles challenging. Beyond you're making the floor literally lava, so you can't touch the floor. There's a level where you're poisoned and you've got to kill the other one before you die. There's one where it just flips upside down every now and again, or one where you're fighting Sonic and he's invisible, so it's super fast and invisible. Just loads of stuff like that. And you can attach like spirits and abilities to your character, so maybe you're immune to poison if you've already done that fight on the other side of the map, and you happen to be doing this fight in that order. So a few times I've done one where I'm on fire, and then I've gone a different route and unlocked the fire immunity, but I'm like, well, I don't need that anymore. But no, I love it. It's absolutely fantastic as a game. It's just brilliant. And I kept thinking, can anyone even try and rip this off beyond? I know they tried with the Sony thing, whatever it was called, a few years back, but there's just nothing that would really do it justice like this does. This is just perfect, and I'm determined to only play as Kirby with it. I just don't want to ever switch from Kirby, because I think that is how it should be played. It's Kirby's game. This is a Kirby game, and it always should be.
What I'm really upset about is that I think my main is Marth, and I'm like, why am I playing as Marth?
Just switch him out then.
Yeah, but he's consistent. He can consistently win the battles for me.
So can Kirby, though.
But I can't do it with Kirby. Like I said, for whatever reason, I'm good with Marth. And
you have to switch up the cards, though, don't you? And I found if you press Y, it picks the right card for you every time, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
you have
random.
To press it a couple of times.
Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes it goes. You click, you select which one you suggest, and you click it again, and it changes. You're like, hang on a minute, make your mind up. You want D3.
What I found is it goes like A B, switching between two. And sometimes I press it an extra time by mistake, and it'll just randomly go or C. Yeah. And you're like, well, hang on a minute, which one is it? And you press it again, and it's like it goes back to A.
It's basically someone over your shoulder going, one of them three, mate. Yeah, any of them. I don't know really. It pretends it knows, and I think it's been as soon as you start questioning it, it doesn't know what to do.
What I've started doing now is, if it says it's a red one, I've ploughed everything I've got into this one saber-toothed tiger thing I don't even recognise. In red, and then I've got a blue one and a green one. So if it goes to those colours, I just go and find my one that I overpowered.
Yeah.
And then I've just got a couple that I quite like. Like one of them gives you this, like, I can't remember what the sword's called, Deathbringer or something. I don't know. It's like a long sword, but it just means Kirby has a bit more reach. I can just poke him in the eye with a sword, and they can't get to me in time. So some of the battles where they're meant to be early battles, but I've gone a different route, and then I've swung back to them. It just stabs them with that twice, and they're dead. I took on Donkey Kong and killed him in 2 hits because I just had like my level 100 saber-toothed tiger and my stabby sword. He just went straight down. He was ridiculous. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I don't think I really gave it enough time the first time. I think I kind of went 10 battles in and thought, look, I just want to unlock characters. I want to get cracking. But
characters unlock in that as well, though, don't they?
They do, and that was what the funny thing when Ollie gave me his, because he said to me he'd finished it, and I went to log on to do mine. Just trying to back out of his game, I had to go through about 20 bloody a new challenger has appeared alerts, all the things he'd unlocked.
Yep.
It was a nightmare. It just went on and on and on, and I was like, this is, they've not user tested this. But yeah, no, it's a cracking game, and every time we get a big Nintendo game like that, I just feel like it's the most value ever every single time. That's why they retain their value. That's why they're all still 50 quid or more. Because they're just ridiculous. You don't really get many games where it's just that good, and I'm at that right balance. I mean, I suppose when my son's like an extra 5 or 6 years older, I'll probably feel a bit better about more grown up games, because I feel like it's getting twice the use, and he'll still excessively play it. When I was looking for games for my birthday, I've ended up I was trying to find games that I wanted, but also games like that, and I couldn't really find any. And then I happened across do you remember Wonder Boy on the Master System? I think I mentioned this before. It's out on Switch and PS4, and I was going to get it like months ago, I think Christmas even, and the reviews said it was terrible. They said it was nothing like the original, and well, the one or two on Amazon did. And I looked back at it today for some reason, and there's something like, let's say 20 reviews, and review 1 and 2 say it's nothing like the original, and the other 18 verified reviews say it's a carbon copy of the original,
I thought it was.
with updated graphics and everything.
Yeah.
And that's what it's now got. Like, they've updated the write-up on it as well. Like, before it was just this is a remake of one that, well, here it is. Now it's got a big picture saying, you asked for it, we delivered, and all this. And it looks like, having looked closely at the thing, that whoever reviewed it first just put a negative review out being a moron. The first reviewer did that. The second reviewer complained that it was nothing like what they expected because it came and it was in French and it wasn't even the right game, but it had Wonder Boy written on the front of it. So I hadn't read that one in detail, but the other review that said it was completely different to what they remembered either was in French again or they just didn't remember Wonder Boy. But I've added that to my list and I'm going to get that next week. And I'm thinking Ollie might like that as well because that's a cracking game, and if they've updated that to modern standards,
it's great because that game lets you do the the Halo 1 anniversary where you could switch between old graphics and new graphics.
Really,
you can do
cool.
that with it, so you can switch back to how it originally looked.
Probably told this story before, but when I was about 10, 11 ish, I swapped whatever the console at the time was for my mate's Master System for a month and played through all his Master System games. I mean, he thought he'd had the best deal ever because he was getting to play. It must have been the Mega Drive era because he was thinking he was getting all the brand new Mega Drive games to play unlimited for a month, whereas I got to go through all the classics that I'd just missed out on or whatever because he'd been picking them all up at a charity shop or something. And so Wonder Boy was one of the ones I played and I thought it was fantastic, and it's just been in my head. I've got a sort of a game I want to make one day, and it's partially inspired by that, so I'm thinking playing this next week might get me back on that inspirational kind of, oh yeah, I could do it. But yeah, cool, I'm looking forward to that.
Splendid. Fab.
Yes. Let's have a look. What have we been playing this week? We have been playing. Let's have a look. The latest Apex update is come through. There is now a limited time solos event in Apex. To which I say I am not very good at it. Clearly shows how much I rely on other people in this game. There is a whole new event called the Iron Crown event, I think it's called. Mm-hmm. And it comes with its whole series of challenges and loot boxes and special skins and weapon skins and player skins and all sorts of other different things that come with it. So now I'm kind of hooked on doing them now. And yeah, I think one of the challenges was finish top 5 in solos. I managed to do that after about 3 or 4 goes. Did that. And I don't intend on playing it again because it's pretty mean. Yeah. The issue I've got with it is these come through like its own set of loot boxes to get all this limited time skins for stuff, and they're really cool, like skins and whatever. But they're extremely expensive for what they are. Extremely expensive. A normal loot box costs you 100 Apex coins, or whatever it is. These ones cost 700. To buy 3, it would cost about 30 quid. To guarantee you got everything on that, on the actual list of stuff that is available, you would spend over 135 quid, I think, or something like that.
Oh, I've read that.
Yeah, and I'm like,
yeah,
I really want this stuff, and I was like, can I justify paying this for this game that I play 2 to 4 hours a night for a free-to-play game? I'm thinking, can I justify that? And I can't decide whether I can or not. I keep flitting between it. I keep getting onto it and going, right, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to buy it all now. Because I was like, no, just talk myself off that ledge, and then I just keep going back and forth on it all the time. I've got another week or so. I think I've got like 10 days to make a decision on whether I'm going to actually do it or not. I might just. I think I purchased 2 because I had enough coins to purchase 2 immediately. I got a couple of good skins, but there's still plenty of really good outfits and skins and different gun models and stuff that are in there. It's just really cool. And I keep thinking, they're just that's all they are. They're just skins enough. It doesn't make the game better, but
No.
everything's better with like if you had a cool skin. Because the guy I was playing with was like saying, "How much money did you put into Fortnite?" I went, "Yeah, but I didn't put 130 quid in one go." That's the stinking bit for me. If they just put little bits in here and there, and then I could do that now. Could put little bits in here and there now, but then you don't get the best value. If I'm inevitably going to just buy it all anyway, I might as well spend the bigger bunch up front and get the best value amount of coins, the Apex coins that I'm going to get. But
yeah,
we shall see. I probably will do it at some point. I think if you complete
so
some,
you get these coins in game.
yeah, you have to buy them in game. Yeah, similar to like
Well,
the
you can't
V-Bucks
earn
and
them.
stuff. No, you weren't. There's like Apex coins, which you buy the skins with and stuff like that in the store, and then there's like what you earn with from leveling up is like crafting currency or something like that, and you can craft certain skins from the lists in the actual menus,
Okay.
but you don't get these ones. You've got to buy these ones. But we'll see. I continue to play it. I'm slowly getting better at it. I think. I don't know. Sometimes I'm really good, and sometimes I'm horrendous. It's bizarre. It's like you think it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's just like constantly just. Oh, sometimes I do some daft stuff. Other things I have been playing. Mario Maker 2. I am pushing for completion on story mode. I've got drawings ready for my next level, but I need
Drawings.
I made because I can't make the level without the item that you would get for finishing the story mode.
Yeah.
So now I've been pushing for the story mode to be finished, and I'm about 90-something%. I'm on like I've done all the castle bar, the top of the middle tower, I think it is. It's like 2,000 coins. I'm like, oh damn! I'm like 1,200 coins. I'm like, I've got to play more of these flipping levels. The Luigi thing's good. Luigi, I just like some of the levels. I just kind of go, nope, straight away. Nope, definitely not doing this. Luigi, come and sort this level out for me because I'm not doing it. And I know it's.
Wish Luigi was there with your level, Pab.
I did it again today. I went round to a friend's today, and I went, "Did you play my Mario Maker?" He went, "I ain't got Mario Maker." I went, "Oh, wait there then." Put my Switch into the dock. I went, "There you go. Have a go at this." And then both my mates couldn't do it again. And he went, "You do it then." I went, "I don't think I can do it. It's been so long since I've done it. I don't think I can do it again." Did it first time. I was like, I did it first time at MGP347. I said to you, Kev, I said, I don't think it'll take a few goes for me to do it. I will not be able to do it. And I did it first time. I was surprised myself at how well I knew how to do it. But
muscle memory.
I know. And then I give them both your levels to play, and they didn't like them levels either. If I'm honest with you. Yeah. So, I was determined to finish Mario Maker 2 story mode just to get this item that you get, or this unlock. And I'm going to look through the rest of the unlocks, because apparently there's all sorts of unlocks you get for just playing the game and doing this stuff. And I'm like, I'm curious to see what things you can unlock. So I'm going to have to Google that and see if I can just do certain things to unlock them.
Well, I thought that's how you got the silver ball.
Silver ball?
Yeah, the one that's on some people's levels. You get like Mario.
The Game Boy edition. Yeah, the Game Boy one. That's what I'm after. But you have to finish the story.
You know what you
mode.
get for completing it, yeah?
That's what you get for completing it, don't you?
No, you get the one who can build blocks and smash blocks.
I thought you got the one. I read somewhere that you get. That's what you get for completing the story mode. That's why I'm trying to do it. I hope that's right.
Maybe you do as well. I don't know.
know.
You definitely get the little hammer. You walk into it and you become Mario that can build blocks.
Right. I'm going to have to look then. Like I said, I'm just going to Google up saying all the unlocks for Super Mario Maker 2 and then see what you need to do to...
It might be that you get them for doing different levels. Because I remember reading if you help the Toad, you get the ball. And again, I came home and Ollie had done all the extra levels. So I was really disappointed in him. Proud and disappointed at the same time. Wow. I need to start taking the Switch to work with me.
Yes. I will do that. I will, like I said, because I've got drawings ready made up. Because I can't make the level yet without that, and I'm going to draw it so I don't forget what it is that I want to do. So yeah.
I never understand what makes a level easy or hard. I made a level that I thought was ridiculously easy. I just did it for the fun, and then it says that it's got a very low pass rate again.
That's because the one that just drops a thwomp on your head straight away.
That's my signature move. You're right. I suppose
but
that is.
How many people does that get
50...
with kills straight away trying to do the level?
Yeah, that means that 50% of them are legitimate deaths, but they've still got a very low pass rate, unless people are leaving it on to respawn over and over again just to drive the score down.
That's you. Anyway, what else have I played? You know what I've done this week? I've gone back to GTA 5.
Why?
Oh.
I've been playing GTA Online because you get the casinos in there, isn't there? There's a casino in GTA now.
Have you spent real money?
No. The casino, there's real money in there, and I noticed because I haven't noticed. You get the Twitch Prime, free stuff every now and again. You get a free penthouse in the casino, apparently. So I was like, okay, you link your Rockstar account to the Twitch, you do this, do that, and you get this thing in. And it says you should get it 48 hours within 48 hours of you playing it, and you've got to have played for 30 minutes or more. You've got to complete the tutorial and whatever. It's like, right, okay, that's
your
fine.
Twitch stream, perhaps high rolling.
Well, we'll get to that. So, I go to the casino. You get a free spin on the spinning on the Wheel of Fortune type thing. You get a spin on that every day. You get whatever you get. I got some XP and some cash, I think. And I go up to the vendor, and it's like, oh, you want a penthouse? And I was like, yep, okay. And then you go to it, and it says 1.6 million. I went, hang on a minute, I was like, I don't know how to get this free thing. I don't know where I'm going to go to get this free penthouse now. So I'm just like, it's not been half an hour. I've not done it for half an hour, and it's not been 40 hours. So I just thought, well, if I've got to spend at least half an hour on this game, so I did. So I just drove around for half an hour, just driving around, listening to the radio, just circling around on the motorway, just driving around. And I was in passive mode, so no one could kill me. So because that game is just rife with cheaters and people in just determined to shoot you down. So I just driving around, just listening to the radio. And it's nice. I enjoyed that in the game, just driving around, listening to the radio. So I've been doing that again, and I probably will do it again because it's just a nice, chill thing to do.
You can just do that in real life.
What, listen to driving around, listen to the radio? Yeah, you could do, I suppose, but then that's using fuel.
You could go to the casino.
Don't you have to drive to work and stuff?
Yeah, I know.
Can't you just listen to the radio then?
But I know. Well, I do listen to the radio then as well, but I don't have to wait for traffic lights and in traffic in GTA, do I?
As everyone says, gotta love that commute.
Yeah, indeed. So
you're trying to find more ways to listen to radio, I forgot what I was going to say.
I forgot what I was going to say. You were mentioning live streaming it, Sheepdog.
Yeah,
I've been streaming games this week.
Oh. But not your gambling.
No, not live streaming gambling. No, I don't think that's allowed on Twitch.
Yeah, it is.
Is
you
it?
can live stream poker and stuff.
Can you?
Yep.
I'm not doing that anyway. I caved last week.
Just do another poker night, Kev.
What was I saying? I caved last week and I bought BloodStained. And it's pretty damn good. I can't lie. It's pretty damn good. It's a Castlevania, and it's very much a Symphony of the Night kind of game. And I normally don't like these games, and I kind of like this one. I'm enjoying.
Humming?
Yeah, Sheepdog's so bored he's just humming.
I had the Rhythm of the Night in my head then. This is the Rhythm of the Night.
It's not called Rhythm of the Night.
What was what you just said?
Ritual of the Night, it's called.
Yeah. Now he's composing.
But it is it is a Castlevania style game where you have to go through these big elaborate like halls of castles and kill all the enemies, and you unlock certain items that you can now use to go back through old rooms and find certain things and do all that sort of stuff. And it's kind of fun. I just enjoyed it, and it's on my YouTube channel now, I think, or it will be. I did it an hour and a half. And
all right, Pab, plug in your YouTube channel. What do you think this is?
Well, I'm just saying because I've just uploaded. I was just uploading it before we started, because I just forgot about that you can do that on Twitch. I forgot completely that that's a thing you can do. But I don't know if any of the audio is any good, because I didn't even bother doing that. I just put it up and I just went, sod it, I'm just going to play and live stream it. So I don't even know if the audio is good on it. I've not looked. The game audio is fine. I don't know whether my mic volume is any good whatsoever. Guess we'll see. We're learning together for this one. So yeah, I will continue to play BloodStained. I might even continue to play BloodStained on a stream, so that I get it all recorded. I don't know. We'll see. Fancy. We shall see. Last thing I've played a little bit of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 with friends, with people.
Ooh.
And that game is considerably better playing with friends. Because it's less tedious, because you're not really as bothered. That game is, like I say, incredibly, it can be at times mind-numbingly just repetitive.
Yeah, I've not touched it since the last time we talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, I'll enjoy the story. I think I've got Elektra and Daredevil now. Just everything, you get to a character and you unlock them, and then literally the second that person joins you, the next one steps in, and you've got to either fight them or they just turn up and they want to help you. And then you help them for a little bit, and then they join you, and then the next one just walks in. It's just like character after character after character, just constantly coming in and out. And I'm liking that. I'm just enjoying where the story's going, and it's been fun. It was fun playing with people. I mean, the camera angles went absolutely berserk. I don't know if it was just because there was 3 of us playing, but we was like ending up through the wall, like just in like open space, just like as if we'd fell through the world. And we couldn't see our characters, and we had to kind of just all converge back into the middle of the room for the camera to kind of like reset itself. I don't know what was going on, and the camera does go kind of bonkers in that game at times. But did we beat Deadshot? Deadshot? No, Bullseye. Bullseye is who we beat. There's like a whole like Daredevil kind of arc going on in it in a minute with Elektra and Daredevil and Bullseye. It was a boss we had to fight. But yeah, it was fun. It was actually fun playing that game with people, and I think that's probably how it's designed to be played. It's just a shame that you can play online as well, I think, but I don't think many people have it. That's the problem.
I have it.
Well, we should have to play online sometime. And then again, last time we played one of them together, we ended up in the shop for an hour.
We did. Diablo shop was an incredible discovery.
It is, yeah, especially for me, because I'd never actually seen that before. I was like, this is a revolutionised the game all over again. Let's buy it on another 4 systems. But anyway, that is your lot from me.
Excellent stuff. Is that everyone? Have we covered everyone? I feel like we've covered everyone.
I believe so.
Excellent. Well, I guess we will wrap things up there then, boys and girls. So stick the pre-recording back on. Did you know you can find us on Twitter at MGUK Podcast, or you can follow me at Lelujo.
And I'm at RB6K.
I'm at Mr. Lelusion.
And I'm at Pab1986.
Sorry, Pab, I forgot you existed. We also have a Facebook group, which I challenge you to find. I'm not going to tell you where that is. Go back and listen to last week's show. Sheepdog probably told you. And other internet places too. I forget how I end these podcasts when I have a week off. I assume it's usually something like that. So I'll just say toodle pip.
Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening, folks.